What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to World of Wargaming. I'm Isaiah, and today we're digging back into the gothic monster hunting fun of Dread Nights. This is Cannoli, the battle hound of World of Wargaming, here to say hello to all of you. Before we move forward, Cannoli would like to ask you to click the buttons and check out the links in the description. And then let's go take a look at the board, talk about the scenario for this game of Dread Nights. You ready to roll some dice, Bubba? Let's go.
The once lovely park has taken a sinister nature of late. Where lovers would walk hand in hand now hunt the creatures of the night. Werewolves, ghouls, and ghosts haunt these grounds. The street folk want them back, for the park also once provided a refuge for the city's downtrodden. As you walk through the trees and bushes that have grown out of control, you hear the crunch of bones. Up ahead, you see the ghouls feasting on those foolish enough to enter the park at night. Quick now, before you too become their meal. So our goal in this park is to locate the entrance to the subterranean crypts so that we can wipe out this ghoul and ghost infestation that we have. We have 4 markers, each with 2 grave robbing ghouls beside it. When we're within an inch of one of those markers, we can make a presence test, and if we pass, we can roll a d6, and then if we roll on a chart with the d6, and it'll tell us what we find there. Game lasts 6 turns. Also worth mentioning, for our condition, we got partial darkness. Again, not a big deal. Sam always has his lamp, his flashlight. Also, before we get going, huge thank you to Battle Mat Bazaar for sending out this sweet cloth scrunchy mat. That's how we're able to have all this sweet actual topography on the board. First time actually using this, and I'm pretty excited. So let's get to it. We're going to start with Sam. Now, we do have partial darkness, so I got to stay within 9 inches of him and his flashlight, which shouldn't be a problem. We're going to start by moving him up just a little bit, just a touch, and we're going to take a shot at that ghoul right in front of us. When we shoot or do really anything else in the game, we're going to roll a d20. We're going to add or subtract the applicable modifier from our stat, and we're looking for a 12. I'm going to re-roll that dice. I'm going to re-roll that dice by using one of our bonds of fate. So, boom. That's much better. So we got a 15, plus our presence of 3 is an 18. That will hit. We then get to roll our damage dice, which is a d8. That's good. They only have 8 HP. However, they do have an armor of 1. So that'll go down to 1. Dean will move up next. And he will also take a shot. Because it's 2 for him. That's going to be a miss. It's okay, we're going to let it stand. Ellen will go next. Moving up 4. To take a shot at the ghoul. Oh my goodness. We're going to use the Bond of Faith to just... You know what? No, we're not. We're going to use the auto pass. These dice are just upset because they haven't been taken out and ran for a while. So we're going to just use our Bonds of Fate to auto pass a test. There. And then we're going to see if we can do a single damage to this thing. We can. So that one is gone. Last will be Bobby and Cass, who are both just going to do a double move up the board. Correction. Bobby is going to double move. Cass is going to single move and then try to check this hole. Cass has a horrible presence. Nope. That is a fail. He has a -3 modifier to that roll, so that would have been a 4. We then go to the monster phase. Now, I cannot find anywhere where it says that monsters would not be affected by the rules of the conditions for the scenario, so we're going to say they are. So with that partial darkness, that means that anything that's more than 9 inches from basically Sam and his flashlight is not going to be able to see him, which means the only monster that will activate right now or at least it's going to activate and do anything of note, would be that one. And it will roll 2d6 for its movement. So unless it rolls snake, oh no, even if it rolls snake eyes here, it's going to get into me. It does roll snake eyes, but it's less than 3 inches away from me, and it just has to finish within an inch. So it'll go to right there, and then take a swing at Cass. Okay, DR 12. Okay then. The 20 is an auto hit. That's a D6 with their claws. For 2 minus my armor. Oh no, he does not have any armor, so he'll take 2 damage. I also have to take a toughness test or become diseased. Straight roll. Pass with flying colors. Let's go. So then I get to strike him back at -3. That's definitely going to hit. Because I'm going to have -3, but I'm still going to have +3 on the silvered weapon as well. So let's see what kind of damage we do with it. That's clapping for a D8. 3 minus their armor of 1 will be 2 damage. At the end of the round, we roll a D20 on the weather. Looking for if it's a 15 plus, the weather will change. 17, so the weather will change. So we go from the partial darkness of the street lights just being dim to full darkness. Complete brownout rolls through the city. So we're now plunged into full darkness. So that drops us to 6 inches for the light sources. And if you're not within the light sources, it's -6. And you cannot shoot or target if you're in the darkness. Let's go, turn 2. We're going to fire off with Cass and just see it. So technically, you both swing at the same time. I just roll them separately because it's easier for me to keep up with it that way. Crit. Let's go. With his D8. Dead. Now, it still gets to try to crack, but it misses. Next up will be Sam, moving up to investigate this right here. Stopping there. Let's see if he can make this presence roll. Yes, he can. We didn't roll a D6. Getting a 5. 5 is a hole in the ground containing a random weapon. So I'm going to share this because it took me a good 5-10 minutes to realize this and figure this out. So maybe it caught somebody else as well, because I was looking for an actual page with a random weapon chart like you have in Kill Sample Process. But in this one, when you go to the equipment, they're marked with what they would be on the roll of a D100. That is a Dre's needle gun that we find. We're then going to proceed to do some movements with everybody else. Dean over here does have the scarab, so he's going to crush that. And I think that's a permanent effect. Like I permanently get it. I think it binds to him, and then that's he has that. So he would gain the benefits of vampirism, but not the drawbacks. Current positions, ending here kind of bunched up. And yeah, because Sam is way back here. So I'm not going to be in range, so none of the monsters are going to be able to see me. So we'll check for weather. Does not change. And we'll go to turn 3. So something seemed a little bit fishy. So I went back and I reread the darkness stuff, and I do believe I was doing that wrong. We're going to correct that moving forward. My apologies. So our turn 3, we do get a savage werewolf who comes in right there. And let's get after it. Starting with Sam moving up to take a shot at that ghoul. 13 will hit. That's a because his presence is 3, takes it to a 16. That is a hit with a D8 worth of damage. 6 -1 for their armor, so 5 damage. Dean will come up next to lay shots at the same ghoul. He only has a presence of 2. That is a miss. Cass will single move, and then he will second move to just outside of an inch of that ghoul, so that he is the closest one for that ghoul to be targeting. Ellen will move up just a little bit. And she will also lay shots at that ghoul. Presence of 2. That is a miss. Bobby then moves up a total of 6, bringing us to baddies. So this one will be coming into him. That is a miss. I get to swing back. I rolled my dice for that, but that's okay. We'll keep rolling my dice. That, however, is a hit. I am -3 for the crackback, but then I'm +3 for my presence. So that is a hit on a D8. 7, 6 damage. Good hit. This ghoul will come into Bobby. I'm not rolling these because even if with both of those, even if they roll snake eyes, they're making it in. Swings at Bobby. Hits with D6. 3 damage. Bobby's got like a Kevlar vest. It's a breastplate, but I'm gonna call it a Kevlar vest. So that's armor 2, so I'll take 1 damage. However, I do have to take a toughness test. Bobby has a toughness of 2, so he is good. Bobby then gets to crack back. That's a miss. These 2 ghouls will move towards me, ending here, coming up this hill past the fountain and the bench. Come to these ghouls moving further away from me, and in their case, they're closer to that werewolf. And because he's not the same type as them, they will attack it. So we'll start with this bottom one, see how far it goes. 7 will get it to the werewolf, where it will then swing and hit for 3. Savage werewolves have an armor of 2, so it will take 1 and then swing back at the grave robbing ghoul. And it will miss. We'll see if the other ghoul gets there. It definitely gets there. Swings. Hits. 6. Minus their armor of 2, so 4 damage. For both of those, the werewolf would have to take the toughness test. Fails 1, and I guess it can't be diseased twice. Okay, so the werewolf is diseased. It's -3 to all rolls now. See if he hits back. He does not. Check the weather. Weather does not change. Still pitch black. Power has not come back on in these streets. Comes to me, and I will start with Cass. I'm going to try to bite him. I bite him. So that's going to be a D6 worth of damage, but I get to heal whatever damage I do, I get to heal it back. 2, that's perfect. That's how much I had taken. So I'll heal that up. He'll take 1 damage, and he'll try to hit me back. He does not hit me back, though. That's a 6. We'll cruise over to Bobby, who's going to try to finish out this ghoul. He will hit for a D8 with his wood axe. 5, 4, that is enough to finish out that ghoul. Sam is going to go next, and he's going to move around Bobby to the other side of the hole, to right here, so that I'm within lantern light of both of those ghouls. He's going to shoot at this one. 7 is a miss. Dean is going to also move up the hill and then fire on the same ghoul. Dean will hit for 6. Well, 7, but then -1 for their armor, so 6 total. Good shot. Ellen will shoot at the same ghoul. Presence of 2. That's a hit. Let's see if we can do the job. Yes, we can. Just realized also that due to a bad handwriting, basically, on my part, I was using my pistols wrong. So we'll also correct that moving forward. My bad. It happens. We'll go. That's all of me. That's everybody for me. So we'll go to these ghouls up here. We'll start with the one fighting Cass. He will miss me. I will get to swing back at him. I will hit him real freaking hard. D8. Dead. Our ghoul friend will move 4. But it's not much, but it is enough to get him to Bobby. Swings at Bobby. Misses. Bobby swings back. Hits for a D8. 3 damage, and he's got to take a morale test because I critted on him. Crit all over him. Ghouls have morale 9. Nope, he is going to stick around and party. We then come to this nonsense. Let's go. So we'll start with the ghoul because he's closer, and then the werewolf, and then the other ghoul. Swings. Hits. 1 damage. Wolf returns the favor. Misses. Werewolf then gets his action, or hers, we don't know. That's a miss. Ghoul gets to return fire. Also misses. Can't drop their claws though, so nothing there. And then the last ghoul will hit for 1. And then the werewolf will miss. The weather shifts. It's no longer dark. We can see now. The lights have come back on all the way. But there's smog everywhere now from I guess all the generators and everything firing back up. So we're going to have to take some toughness tests at a difficulty rating of 6. So going down the list, we'll start with Sam. He's good. Dean. I'm rolling a D12. That's not the right dice. Sam. He's good. Dean. Oh, he's not good. He's going to get a smog mutation. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. Bobby. Good. Ellen. Good. Cass. Good. Dean rolls a 4 for his mutation, which is Tar Sweat. I can never, ever drop my weapon, but I can also not use ranged weapons anymore. So that's kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. Now to start into my turn proper, Bobby's gonna whack this ghoul. No, he is not. He misses. Swing back and hits for D6. 4 damage to Bobby and a toughness test, which he passes. All right, turn 5. This is a turn where we're going to do all the things the right way. Starting with Sam, who's going to investigate that hole. He does. It's a 9. He has a presence of 3. Yes, he does succeed. Let's see what we find in the hole. We're looking for a 6 here. That's a 2. That hole is a grave rat nest. So that's super fun. Yeah, so we're going to have Ellen take a shot. She'll be -3 to hit the ghoul because it's engaged, but we're going to take the shot. 20 is a hit, is a hit, is a hit. Let's go. That's 3 damage total, which is enough to kill the ghoul. It had 5 on it, minus its armor of 1. That's a dead ghoul. Perfect. Cass will be next. He's going to move up and swing on that rat. Let's go. That's a hit. The D8. 4 damage. Let's check on the grave rat. Rat has 5 health. I'm going to use my Bond of Faith to deal max damage to just go ahead and just deal with this issue right here. Get out of the hole. Get out of your hole, bro. Oh, geez. Dean is then going to double move towards this hole. Getting to right there. Just running full tilt down the hill. During our monster phase, we'll go through all of this stuff. I'm not going to film all this. I'm just going to let you know what happens. Okay, so that ghoul finished off the savage werewolf, which means the other one will then move 5 inches for its 2d6 towards me. Last turn begins and the smog persists. So another round of tests. I'm just going to roll them, let you know what happens. All right, so we had some real close calls there, but everybody came out okay. We managed to cover up our mouths and just push through and choke through the smog in the park. My activations, we're going to start with Dean, who's going to move up to the hole and investigate. Okay. 11. He has a presence of 2. That is a success. Let's see what we find. I really want it to be the thing. It is not. It is, however, a ghost. So everybody else is, all they can really do is double move. So we're going to see where they land. And cast double moves down. We then go to monsters. The ghost will just deal an automatic point of damage to Dean. And he's definitely going to make it in, so we'll just move him, and then he can roll to attack. He misses. I get to swing back. I will hit for a D8. No damage. Our second ghoul, however, rolls snake eyes. So he's just going to move 2 inches. He won't make it to. That is the end of turn 6. That is game. So we're going to go to post game. We're going to get 10 shillings for every ghoul, or 5 for every ghoul that we killed, and 10 for figuring out which hole was the hole. Because we got all the rest of them, that means that one was, we don't roll anything. That one's just automatically it. So let's see what kind of XP we're going to get here. So I got 8. I had 4 for a total of 12. We're going to spend 5 to remove Dean's smog mutation. And we're going to spend 5 to give Bobby +1 agility to take him to -1 agility. We're then going to roll for our random event. Orange dice is the 10s. 24. We're repaid. Somebody came through on a debt that they owed us. We gained 20 shillings. Let's go. Pretty eventful round of Shaman. We're going to spend a total of 52 of our shillings, our shekels, on ammunition, obviously. We're going to get a shotgun for Dean. We're going to get a revolver for Ellen. Sam is going to try out that needle gun that we found. Everything else will go to the stash, leaving us with a total of 2 XP in the bank and 35 shillings in the bank. Hopefully, I think maybe next game, I will feel a little bit more comfortable. I may try to pick up one of the HQ upgrades. But for today, that's going to do it. Thanks so much for tuning in, hanging out while I played some Dread Nights. I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day.